Hello guys, Garcia here. This is part 3 of our Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 playthrough. So, I said in the last episode that we were going to continue our adventure here in the sewers, but I changed my mind actually. So we are going to actually start in the manor, which is the next story quest here. The reason why I'm avoiding the sewers is basically because of the slimes and gelatinous cubes that infest the place. These are enemies that I would much rather have better equipment to deal with, or maybe like a couple of extra levels before I go there, you know? I remember that we need to get a few of the pieces of the piano here. So let's start. Hopefully we can get at least one extra level here. The slimes slash cubes in the sewers, they are very resistant, and they also have a very powerful ranged attack, so we need something to combat that. As you can see, we attack very fast, but if we don't hit a whole lot of criticals here. We just need to hit a lot of attacks to kill our opponents because our damage is still not that high. That's why I've been putting some points in improved critical to try to mitigate that. As far as I remember, this part here is quite long. That's why I bought a bunch of potions, because we are going to be in here for a while. There you go. We are using a dagger in the main hand? No. We are using the dagger in the secondary hand. So that's why the damage is fluctuating a lot. So it starts at 3, then it goes to 10, and it might give us like a good critical, but very rarely. That's actually incorrect. It goes to 6. I'm going by the damage of the weapon. I should be going by the damage of the accumulated stats from the character, right? There are several passages in this section here. I don't remember how to access them, so we have to find out. This is one of those places that is actually very hard to navigate because everything looks basically the same. So just a huge mansion. I'm trying to avoid using potions as much as possible here. I think all the characters in this game have some level or another of natural regeneration, but I'm pretty sure there's some talents that upgrade a little bit that stat for us. But we are going to basically use it to avoid spending our potions. So as you can see, we are already recovering a lot of HP just by not facing enemies one after the other, you know. These enemies are quite annoying because when they are in melee range, they can like move around, so you have to reposition to attack them. And when there's more than one, the rest will stay like far away, so you can't. You will take a bunch of those poisonous darts. Okay. We have to open as many chests here as possible, because some of them for sure will have some of the pieces that we need to put on the piano to make it work. There you go. So this is the side quest for this manor here. We actually weren't. I don't say. Should say we failed. We were forced to fail the side quests when we left the Marauders Den because of bugs. So it bugged out. So hopefully this side quest here doesn't bug out too, because we already lost some XP with that one. Alright, since I got one extra potion here, I think I can use one. There you go, another potion, great. And if we don't have enough, we can always just recall. Usually when you play with characters other than the barbarian here, you need to use the recall potion more often, because your inventory just gets filled constantly. So you need to basically dump all your stuff in town before you proceed. So, but since the barbarian has the most strength, so usually we can just go for longer. Harpsichord. Jesus, I don't even know how to pronounce that. But that's one of the pieces we need. Okay. I'm clicking all over the bed here to see if there's like a hidden like switch or something. Okay. So another mace. Hopefully it's reasonable for us. Okay. I'm zooming in just to see this character here. Some sort of ghoul / zombie. With like a long hair. They look like the Forsaken from World of Warcraft. Like Professor Putricide. Okay, let's save here, it's been a while. Oh, I didn't see. There was a doggo right behind the door here. There we go. Oh, this is a bad combination of enemies. Oh, luckily one enemy held off the other, basically. Okay. Alright. Almost a level. Wow. That's a lot. I want to avoid taking this poisonous damage. Trying. Yeah. Okay. That was a pretty bad combination of enemies here. Ooh, finally. So let's see what we can do here. Proficiency, that's cool, but I don't have this type of armor yet. So always focusing either on either on combat reflexes, improved critical, or to weapon fighting. But I'm always going to focus first on combat reflexes. Just seems the better option initially. The main problem with basically constructing a passive build is that for a while you are not going to see the result of the complete build, right? If you pick an activated skill right away, you can use it. But in the long run, I do believe that leveling those skills that I just mentioned for the build we are going for here probably going to be better. But I never played an entire playthrough of this game with the Barbarian, so I don't know. So far no bugs. So hopefully we can complete the side quest. And yeah, we are attacking substantially faster than we were just a second ago. So there's already a huge difference. This map kinda loops on itself here. So pretty soon we are going to start to have to retrace our steps here. Okay. Oh, I remember now. There's a section in which we are going to have to run while this manor just burns. Basically, it's going to burst into flames, and we are going to have to run as fast as possible, taking constant damage. Another good reason to have a lot of potions. Most of these games that I've been playing on the channel, I'm kind of remembering them as I go. So I've played them a bunch back in the day, but not necessarily recently. So I have to remember as much as I can on the fly. So I think it's about time we check our inventory here to see if we got an upgrade. Let's check. Find short sword. I still rather have the scimitar for now. Morning Star. There you go. That's an upgrade. So we are going to switch from the dagger to the scimitar here. 3 of 3. Maybe not. 3 of 6. Yeah, I think the range, the damage range is better than necessarily the damage amount here for the secondary weapon. Or we can go with like 2 Morning Stars. Let me see. Yeah, 4-5 to 3-6. 4-5 is probably more consistent, I would say. And walking around with 2 Morning Stars is just cooler. Absolutely, the Warhammer is a two-handed, right? Yeah. So let's see the armor. Nope. We haven't been dropping a whole lot of stuff, especially because there's a lot of those doggos here and they don't drop loot at all. As I said, I hate those creatures that... Oops. We have to already retrace a little bit here. But as I was saying, I don't like killing in RPGs, killing creatures that don't give you loot. Seems like a waste of time. Oh, I can break this vase here. Give me a potion. Or not. So, I am not sure exactly how much I need to complete down here before I go to the upper floors. There you go. Another sheet. I don't know if the rest is in on the upper floors or if it's down here. That's why sprint is just an awesome skill to have. Can speed this up a little bit. So we need to save, I think, 2 or 3 more servants, and we also need a couple more, maybe 3 sheets. Oh, this door is locked. So we are going to circle around here. Oh yeah, the damage has been upgraded very noticeably. I knew that upgrading our main weapon on the main hand would do wonders here. There you go. Especially the dogs, they are dying way faster now. Come on, guy. I'm trying to go in the other direction, but the game is pulling me to this direction. Alright, so 2 servants left. The cellar. Well, no need to go there yet, I think. So let's try to complete as much as possible. Yeah, the double morning star thing is just working pretty well. We were using before the double mace strategy, but not to morning stars. Another servant. So yeah, I think everything is on this floor. So I need to make sure that I open everything. The library just outside this room. So let's check. Is this the library? This looks basically like everything else so far. This clearly is a secret room of some kind. Or maybe not. There you go. So 2 left. I don't know if there's like buttons or levers. I need to trace back here. Cool. So we got all the servants. So no bugs this time. Alright, so we need to go back. So we have the cellar and we have another route here to explore. This is definitely the type of place that you don't want to leave stuff behind. Because if you try to retrace your steps, you are going to not get lost, but you are not going to make a whole lot of progress because everything just looks the same. It's not that the layout is confusing, just the appearance, just as similar. Okay. So what do we have here? Nothing. So yeah, the corridors just end abruptly. So yeah, we still need some sheets. Is this the basement? Not the basement. The cellar, yeah. Let's check. Maybe there is one of them here. But I don't think so. Oh, we got very lucky. There's a bunch of skeletons here. But luckily we are using like confusion weapons, so we are using the correct weapons to kill them. In the other Baldur's Gate, if you are using slashing weapons against any type of skeleton, it's going to take forever to kill them because they have damage reduction against that particular type of weapon. So sword, knives, axes, and all that stuff. Alright, so I only should constantly turn my camera around here. Such a weird combination of enemies. You have these giant beetles, and you also have the ghouls and some skeletons for some reason. Just a bunch of interesting mobs in the same place here. And spiders. Another different type of mob here. Come on, give me one sheet or something like that. Or not. So yeah, we are going to have to backtrack here. But as I said, I wasn't expecting anything too important here. I just came from there. Just completed this side. Maybe I do need to go to the second floor and get it there. But I'm kind of afraid to like, if it's not like a key and actually it helps you get some sort of treasure. So I don't want to skip it. But I'm pretty sure I've been opening all the chests. At least the servants quest is already done. I'm pretty sure we did everything, so other than maybe that place that I said it could be a passage in the library, but I didn't see any levers and stuff, so maybe it opens like remotely. Second floor. As I said in the last episode, I'm pretty sure that Luvia, I think that's how you pronounce it in English, Luvia, Bloodmire, she is a dragon, I'm pretty sure. Not like a descendant, she's an actual dragon. But I don't remember if we need to fight her like right now, meaning in this quest. Maybe. This quest is very long. We will need to go to like the basement and stuff. She has like a laboratory down there. I think she's the one that hired the new thieves guild to kidnap young women and stuff to use them in the experiments. This enemy here, every time he falls down, he's still alive. So you have to hit the cadaver at least once. If you don't do that, they will just get up again. I'm doing my best to remember more details, but it has been several years. Oh, potions, perfect. There you go. Got unlucky in that exchange there. Not a whole lot of critical hits. Let's start on this side. So I need to find a couple of sheets here. If I don't, then I miss something on the lower floor. Trying to click on everything here. You never know where a lever or button could be. Could be behind or below anything. This guy has a Edward Scissorhands thing going. He has like some knives attached to him like claws. Or maybe they are actual claws. This game, actually, one of the biggest positives about this game is that it actually plays really well. It's really like responsive. So it's a very important aspect of why this game and Champions of Norrath were very important in the PS2 era. You can have a whole lot of action in your game, but if the commands are not great, they are non-responsive, or they are just not fast enough, your game probably is going to flounder, right? So you think about this action standouts like this one or God of War and stuff. There's always games that had like tight controls, not like amazing, but good enough to execute the tasks that you need to proceed, you know? This got pretty dicey here. When they do this like double block thing, because when you are fighting only one, it's fine, you know, they can block how many times they wish. But the moment you're like fighting three and two of them are like blocking like crazy, it's just brutal. You are just going to keep eating knives to the gut. Oh man, that's a bad spot to be. Those were horrible blocks too. Hopefully I still have a decent amount of potions. Had to burn 2 here for no reason. Let me check actually. 17. We are actually in the plus position here. This is the attic. Alright. So we only need one more sheet. I'd rather kill the dogs first. The one advantage of fighting animals is they don't block. So you can just kill them first. Other problem, as you can see here, you can only hit one enemy with this type of weapons that I'm using here. There you go. Stop blocking, dude. I think that's why these enemies block in this game, to basically synergize with the other creatures that can't block. So they are basically tanks for the other creatures, you know. Now we are going to start putting points on strength. And now we are probably going to put on improved to weapon fighting. So let's go. That's it for now. So now we are on 11, 15, 5 to 6. So it got a little better. The game's skill level by skill level are very small. So as I said before, it's going to take a while to see this whole build actually shining. Right now it's just serviceable. Some statues. I remember that the first time I played this and I reached this point here, my first thought was, this Luvia lady probably is a beholder. That's the first thing I thought. Especially because if you take a look around at my channel, in my videos, I played Eye of the Beholder. I played a lot of that game when I was younger. So every time I saw someone like petrified, I never thought it could be like a Medusa or like a cockatrice. I always thought this is a beholder, you know. All of the music sheets, there you go. So turns out the last two parts were indeed in the second floor. Very grateful for that, because it could be a hell of a trip to do the entire thing again, you know. So I can go back to the first floor to play the piano. And there's also the attic, and I have no idea which one I need to deal with first. So we're going to save and just test it. My guess is the attic, but it also could not. Interesting. There's not anything like showing to us that we could go up here. There's no indicator on the map. That is actually very interesting. So maybe the attic is just like the cellar, just like an extra area for us to explore. Probably, yeah. Rats. Interesting. I actually think this is the first time we fought rats since the beginning of the game. I'm pretty sure rats are one of the first enemy you fight on the first Baldur's Gate game. And in a bunch of other medieval games, obviously. But it seems that in these like special areas, the developers were just like having fun. They're like just putting a bunch of random enemies together, you know? Enemies that like maybe would feed on each other if you left them alone in these areas, but who cares, right? I'm pretty sure this is one of those areas that I need to move something to jump on something. Like here, for example, I need to move like a barrel. There you go. Ooh, that's a lot of cash, my god. You don't get that amount usually. Just getting gold from the floor is very ridiculous amount. I need to do a little bit of parkour here. Okay. My main concern right now actually is not even the damage. The damage I think is basically where it should be. What I think it has been the problem so far is the armor actually. We can't use the heaviest type of armor yet. We need to buy the skill, basically. And even if we could, I don't think we can buy this type of armor yet. It's very expensive, we wouldn't have the money anyway. But I think we are taking a whole lot of damage. And as I explained in the first episode, I think, it has nothing to do with like me not defending. There's defense in this game, you can defend from attacks if you want to. But it's more of a case that we are not resisting damage as well as we could or should. Or maybe everything's fine and I'm just being like slightly paranoid because I'm using a lot of potions, you know. Speaking about potions, there you go, we still have 18, so still good. But also because I finished the game with the rogue and the necromancer, so I'm pretty used to deal with characters that basically have to kill enemies before the enemies start doing damage to you, right? From a distance. So because I am playing melee for the first time in many years, that's probably making me think that I'm taking way too much damage. But that's just how playing melee in every game is, right? So I think we explored everything. So as I said, there's a laboratory here somewhere. Probably after we play the piano, the path will be open to us, for us. This game, as you can see, doesn't have, as far as I know, respawn. Because if it had, we would need to basically do the entire level again. Where was the first part? Here, I think. Or maybe not. No, I'm pretty sure it was here. Wow, the mana is actually holding up pretty well. Even the amount of sprints I've been using. Or maybe sprints is just one energy, yeah, it's pretty low usage. A secret passageway leading down to Luvia's hidden laboratory. There you go. Alright. So we are going to have to run here too. I'm pretty sure that there's like a sequence in which you need to run from, like, I think like a poisonous cloud. Alright, the critical hits are doing the heavy lifting. I'm glad I'm not using slashing weapons down here, because I'm pretty sure they probably take less damage from that type of weapon. Come on, dude. Thank you.
Dear Lady F, I do hope this letter finds you well. Your last shipment of supplies and gold has been most generous. I have sent a special gift to your warehouse. His name is Argesh, the pinnacle of my creations. He will serve you without question. I hope he is to your satisfaction, as the others will be based off this new design. Please inform the Hands of Glory that fresh supplies will...
Yeah, so the Hands of Glory be supplying Luvia with cadavers, basically. Or live specimens to become cadavers. And she's supplying this Lady F lady with these monstrosities here. And Argesh, the first boss we fought. Not the first boss, the boss in the Hands of Glory hideout. Was her creation. Oh, there's actually treasure here. Well, if you want to stay, be my guest. It's impossible to not make the connection, like lady bending flesh and creating these monstrosities with the bodies of other victims. Basically, the plot of Frankenstein. Instead of a lady is a dude, but that's it. I'm pretty sure I need to kill these guys here, because once we need to run back, these guys are going to be probably a pain in the ass. I pressed something, that's why I'm going back here. Maybe I opened the place in which this person he was... No? Alright. Let's follow this path first. Like open. You know what these dudes look like? They look like the Cenobites from the Hellraiser franchise. They have the Cenobite vibe to them. Only thing they are missing is more like black leather and stuff. Some of those like BDSM garments that the Cenobites wear. I do remember the path to the boss. The moment I see it, I will know instantly. And yeah, it's this path right here. That's why I remembered. So we are going to retrace here real quick to complete the other section of the map I didn't go through. I was trying to remember if I was supposed to go forward or just turn here. 11,000 gold is pretty good. Thing is, I think we are only going to have an upgrade in the trader, in the goods that he sells, only after a chapter elapses, so only after we finish all the initial quests here. I need to find a lever somewhere. There you go. Hopefully I still have a decent amount of potions. I'm pretty sure this boss here is like it's not a boss, there are like multiple creatures that you have to fight at the same time. That's why potions are probably going to be key here. But it might not be. I might be remembering the whole thing incorrectly here. There you go. Oh, thank you. That's very useful. Somewhere something happened. Thank you. So we need enough potions for the boss and for running back later. Not these potions. So I'm going to actually raise the voices here just so we can hear if there's a dialogue here. Or not. Here. Okay, so probably I should kill the smaller one first. Man, there's a lot of them. That's a very creative name for this creature. Atrocious. Oof, that's a lot of damage. So I can't be like in front of him for long. Otherwise I'll take the entire thing. Need to dodge part of it, at least. Come on, there you go. A faint voice can be heard in the distance. Now that you are done playing with my pets, come and visit me. Nearby door opens invitingly. Never a good thing. No treasures. The lower laboratory. I don't remember this part at all. But obviously I'm going to meet Luvia here. Man, hopefully I still have a decent amount of potions because this might become a problem. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the section that I'll have to run through while the poison is activated. Block, block, block. Probably there's a weapon that breaks the block, I just don't know which one. Maybe two-handed weapons break the block. What annoys me the most about the block here is not that they block, is how they block. They just cross their arms in front of their faces. And that is enough to stop like a sword or a mace or something. They don't even use a shield. I'm pretty sure all of these doors are going to open and there's going to be like creatures behind each and every one of them. That's probably the trap here. So now I'm going to raise the sound because probably there's going to be dialogue here.
You finally arrived. I do hope my creations haven't given you too much trouble.
Nope.
Lovely, aren't they? It took me years to perfect the technique to successfully transfer limbs and organs from one creature to the next.
So how many died for this discovery?
What does it matter? Perhaps hundreds died for me to learn this. But it was a small price to pay in the name of science. But you shouldn't concern yourself over the welfare of others. Your thoughts should lie in the here and now.
She totally looked like a Tim Burton villain. She totally has the vibe of his movies from the late 80s, early 90s.
Impressive that you should defeat my lovely Argesh. But he was created to handle those Hands of Glory Cretans. Now these I made just for you. I'm sure I will see you again. Mayhap a piece here or a piece there. Farewell.
See ya. So maybe she's not the dragon, but she works for the dragon. I'm pretty sure there's a dragon involved. The one part of the story that I remember. So these are the actual bosses. Awesome. So it turns out it wasn't... So maybe I can like door them. Nope. I can't keep taking these to the face all the time. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, down goes one. Man, those critical hits are just saving everything. They really are. One of these critical hits give like 2 or 3 my entire damage. There's the poison.
What have you done? My beautiful creations destroyed, and by the likes of someone as insignificant as you!
Sorry.
Heretics! Non-believers! You stand in my path to goddom. Soon, nothing but the dead shall remain in this place. I will take my leave now. I suggest you do the same before it's too late. Hurry. Hurry. Hurry.
Alright. I wish I could hear this louder, but I can't raise the sound effects too loud here. I like that dialogue a lot. So yeah, we have to run basically now. We have a prompt to save here. The poisonous gas will be released into the lab is filling the room. You must leave quickly before you are overcome by the toxic fumes. Okay, so we are going to constantly have to deal with this poison ticks here. Obviously, we are not going to stop for anything here. No point. I just don't have enough potions at this point to do that. A little bit of XP we are going to have to, like, relinquish it. I know. There you go. I was pressing X in my PS2 controller here, but the X here is not the X of the game, so that's why I wasn't stuck in the transition there. So now we have only 5 potions. Hopefully this is going to be enough for this entire section here. That's a lot. Man, imagine this section with 5 potions without sprint. It's just a nightmare. I don't remember which side. Wrong side. Oh, luckily I didn't get stuck. But it was totally possible. Come on. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. If you get cornered once here, probably you're dead. Did it? There you go. Survived. Hunting melody. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I thought I would have more trouble than that, but apparently not. I cannot turn the camera around here. Kind of annoying.
I heard what happened in Bloodmire Manor, friend.
Already?
You're of stouter stuff than I.
My god, how the hell?
Baldur's Gate sleeps easier with Ruby of Bloodmire.
This guy, Info Network, is just unreal.
My thanks.
So impressive. The guy already knows. We just left. How the hell did that happen? We have a pretty good amount of cash here. We'll be using the 2 morning stars.
Or armor to protect you from someone
Bastard
else.
sword.
You've come to the right place.
Hand axe. This is probably 200 too. Oh, fine scimitar. This is a pretty good one. Long sword might be good because of the damage range.
I receive new shipments frequently.
So I'm going to keep these 2 here. So the rest. We should test. So we didn't have any trouble with weight so far because we're playing the warrior, right? So we are doing 11 to 15, 5 to 6. So 8 to 12. Actually, both of my weapons are already better than these 2. I don't know why
I shouldn't do that here.
I thought that these new ones were
You'll find no
better,
other merchant with
but
quality
clearly not.
devices to match mine. I've been supplying brave adventurers for
Let me see if I can buy something before I go to the sewers, because as I said, the sewers is the part that's going to be the most annoying. Battle axe. Yeah, we really don't have good options. But as I said,
If you need weapons,
I don't know what this
or
does.
armor to protect you from
Plus
someone
1
else,
wisdom.
you've
Doesn't
come
help
to
us.
the right place.
10% ignore knockback. Plus 1 find ring of battle. Probably plus 1 to either heat or damage, or both, right? By D&D rules. But yeah, we don't have a lot of good stuff to buy here. We actually just need to buy some potions. I forgot about that. So let's see what Randala has to say.
Adventurer, I hear many terrible malformed creatures fled Bloodmire Manor. City guards killed several, but some escaped. What happened?
Well, Luvia was creating monsters, including Argash, Master of the Hands of Glory, beneath the manor, for someone referred as the late Lady F. She flooded the place with poison gas and fled.
I see. So it was her vile creations that have been causing so much havoc each night. I'm glad you put an end to it, though it's a shame you could not have put an end to her, the evil woman. Here, my congratulations, and your reward.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Hear any rumors?
Speak to Solace Dunkirk, captain of the city guard. He's somewhere on the streets.
I see. Anything else?
Yes. I recently acquired
Really?
an interesting map. It should lead to some ruins deep within the woods of Sharpteeth. Ruins likely filled with monsters and treasure. Interested enough to purchase it, adventurer?
Sure. I'll give you like 400 coins.
Yes, that will do nicely. Here you are, and best of luck.
Sure. Better than 500, I would say. So we already have some side quests here.
Well met again. I came into a...
Yeah, she's just telling the same story she always tells. Alright. So, the next quest is... We have the sewers. She sent us to talk to to the captain of the guard again. Hopefully this doesn't break the game, right? But
I shouldn't do that here.
I've seen games break for way less than that. So let's actually talk to the captain here to see if we are going to get in trouble.
Greetings again, adventurer.
No, not really. I think. Man, can you believe that I didn't gain a level? That is so unfair, man. We're so close. But we are getting levels pretty fast, actually. We are already at level 8. For D&D standards, we are just skyrocketing, level-wise. So actually, before I do the sewers, I'm actually going to do the side quest too. I'm going to leave the sewers for last,
I shouldn't do that here.
because it's the most annoying place.
Welcome back. I
Let's just
received
buy some
new
potions.
shipments free. So if you don't see something here now, check back from...
Yeah, should be enough. Have a lot of recall potions. So far we didn't have to use them. Alright, so let's finish this episode right here. This one is already pretty long. So, the next episode, doing a few more side quests and then proceed with the story. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.